So let's go through the 15 questions to ask before you buy a home in a 55 plus community in Arizona. Number 1, is the community located near amenities like grocery stores, hospitals, and shopping? Things outside of the community. One of the most important aspects of deciding on a 55 community is determining the surrounding community and if it meets your needs. Some are located near cities with varying sizes, while others are in more rural areas, which might mean you'll have to drive more to get to the decided destinations. Number 2, what activities do they offer and how often? One of the primary reasons that older adults choose 55 plus communities is the social connections that come with being in proximity to their contemporaries. Though not all who live in these communities are retired or friendly, and many are and have more free time and hobbies for enjoyment and other things. For this reason, it's important to make sure that the community you choose has the type of activity programming that appeals to you on a schedule that fits your own lifestyle. Number 3, what are the dues and community rules? Ask how much the HOA fees are. Check out the bylaws. Most active adult communities have specific rules that must be followed. These include children and grandchildren restrictions, pets, that's a big one, limits on how many allowable, breeds, sizes, pooping in your neighbor's yard, parking spaces, number of cars, where you can park, RVs, boats, guests, and visitors, lengths of times of stay. Other rules typically apply in these HOAs. Number 4, what facilities are available and how are they staffed? How are they maintained? What are the hours? As many of these enticing activities will be held in many of the community facilities, in common spaces, ask about what they're like, the amenities offered within, their general upkeep, and how you access them. If you hope to hold private gatherings in any of the spaces, ask if this is allowed. Check and see if there's a reservation process. Number 5, what will your new neighbors be like? That's a subjective question for sure. But go to the community, get a feeling for what's going on in the community, talk to some of the people out and about, ask if you can go into some of the community centers and talk to people. Try to find out if people have the same values as you do. See if you mesh with the residents. In general, you'll want to know what the people actually participate in the activities offered are like. Number 6, how are the homes spaced apart? What's the layout in the community? Are you in a good location? At the end of the day, moving into a 55 plus community means settling on a home that works for you, just as it would any other type of community. But you want to make sure that space and privacy, if important to you, are important and available. Maybe you find a home on a larger lot with more setback. Additionally, ask to see floor plans. For instance, if there's a floor plan available, see if it fits your needs. You may want something with higher square footage. You may want something different than what you had before. One thing that people do and make a mistake on when they move into 55 plus is they don't realize that the home is not as important because they're going to be spending more time as a retiree out and about within the community. Number 7, what's the policy on age restriction? While this might seem obvious for people over 55 or 55 plus communities, each community is going to have a different policy about what age ranges are allowed amongst the residents. For an example, you might be 56, but your spouse might be 48. For some developments, this may not be a problem. It's important to find out. Additionally, you may have grandchildren who would be spending a lot of time at your house. Find out if there's a maximum number of days that the young people can stay per year. This is something people forget about often. Number 8, will I own this home or is this a lease community? Love for a house or neighborhood can happen at first sight, but don't go head over heels until you find out if your pick for a 55 plus home is for sale or for lease. While you're at it, be sure to find out all the potential hidden costs that might come with the deal. Number 9, what plans are there for the adjacent property around the community? You may be looking at a newer 55 plus community that's not fully developed yet. As such, the home might be surrounded by vacant lots or empty land or maybe commercial property. Find out what the plans are for those parcels. If you find out that a clubhouse is going to be constructed next door, that may or may not be very appealing. Number 10, is the community financially sound? Before you buy a home in a 55 plus community, ask to see the financial reports to make sure the development is not on shaky financial grounds or heading towards bankruptcy. This is important because it could affect your property value as well as influence the quality of maintenance for all the amenities. Number 11, is there a reserve fund for maintenance, also known as a sinking fund? Reserve funds are set aside to make sure that the development remains well maintained, such as common areas, landscaping, etc. Again, strong property values depend on the general upkeep of the area, and if management can't foot the bill, things could deteriorate and fast, and that would affect your property values. Number 12, what other projects belong to this developer? 55 plus communities often have similar developments in their portfolio. Research the other areas and see what locations, homes, and amenities are available at some of these other communities and the best situation for you. This exercise will also give you a better sense of the developer's track record. Number 13, is the governing association easy to work with? You will want a community board with a proven track record of working together and finding solutions. If you discover a dysfunctional board led by power-hungry, inept individuals, it may prove to be the cause of great angst and harm in the community. So ask a number of different residents what their experience has been with the HOA. Check your real estate agent and find out if the board members are competent. Well, that's a tough one for us since we've never lived in the community. So just go to the grocery store, ask residents around the community what their experience is within the community. Number 14, what security and safety measures does the community have? Safety is often a top priority concern for seniors, especially if this is a second home. Ask what security systems the community has in place. Do they have video surveillance and protocols for visitors? Is a guard gated entrance? Is there a gate somewhere? How many emergency situations have they had in the last few years? Number 15, what is the resale value of the homes in the community? While you may plan on making this your final lifetime move into a 55 plus community, life circumstances can change unexpectedly. You may need to move closer to relatives or into an assisted living place. Ask your real estate agent about the projected value in the community, look at the past comparables, review the HOA rules for restrictions on for sale signs and other things. Some 55 plus communities have their own sales offices and may prohibit having an outside agent. So these are just a couple of things that we wanted people to think about before they move into a 55 plus community. The hardest thing is to know what your neighbors are going to be, and the biggest complaint is always the HOA. So thanks for watching today. Please hit the subscribe button to watch some of our other videos. We do have a playlist on 55 plus if you go to our YouTube channel. Don't forget, if you want to search for homes, you can go to our website, which is www.soldbysmitty.com. And don't forget to check out our blog articles. We do a lot of blog articles on the greater Phoenix area and the real estate data and market in general. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.